March 4th, 2017 at 6 p.m. 2 hours after Ryder's funeral, all the pups are training themselves with practice dummies. Die, Chort! Chase screams. He shoots the dummy and then blows the barrel of the gun, like an old police officer from the 1800s. Sky was in her helicopter and uses her guns to shoot her dummies at the pinned mark. Die, you crazy Dalmatian! Wolf! Flamethrower! Marshall and Shell then burns the dummy that was marked in red. Wolf! Liquid helium! Everest barked. Gasket cheers on her sister as she too freezes her own dummy. The two other pups have guns. Chort was also training for the upcoming fight, although her older body has its limits and she knows it. Oh, ow, 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 I haven't fought these in ages. Not since my teen years, Chort said. Meanwhile, Misty Steeg showed up to see all of the pups training. Okay, that's enough training for now. We have 5 more hours until Chort comes, Misty says. No, we then need to get at our peaks. Rocky then falls to the floor exhausted. Well, I agree with Marshall's mom. If Chort is 91 years old, so she's vulnerable, Liberty said. Well, I do agree. We mustn't underestimate her. Besides, she's a demigod. Well, she still ages like any dog, and she might be on her last legs, Sky pointed out. We don't know that. She might have 7 dog years left until she dies, Marshall replied. Well, then she is beating me up. I could tell that she was getting tired, but at the same time, I feel like she wanted to. She could have killed me, Everest said. She then gives off the cold presence that scares her victims. Trust me, I was once her second in command, Gasket said. They all go inside and wait for Chort to arrive. Meanwhile, Dad, if you can hear me, I want you to become young again. I beg you, Chort said. The Chernobog then appears in her head and speaks to her. I can make you young, but only by half, my dear daughter. So I'll cut your age from 90s to just 45, my dear. Now let me, dear aging, begin. Chort's eyes begin to roll at the back of her head as her body begins to get younger. Until 1 minute later, she wakes up and she is younger again. Well, now I'm back at my peak, Chort said. She then lets out an echoing laugh for about 30 seconds. Later at 8 p.m., Misty got all the pups ready for the final battle against Chort. Are all of you ready for the fight in 4 hours? How do you suppose that she will be here at 12 a.m.? But yes, I am ready. I am ready too, Chase, and it's an honor fighting with you. Well, I think it's the tweak in the flamethrower, but yes, I'm all ready, Mom. Well, I'll protect you and Everest, my dear. Sorry for everything, Gasket said. It's okay, sister. As I assure you, you've kidnapped me, but at least you were scared, Everest replied. Well, I am ready, Miss Dalmatian, Liberty said. Well, this is the biggest fight of our lives. It's so good to see you're all ready, and yes, Chort is old, so she won't be able to take on all of us, Misty said. Chort then calls him up on the TV. Well, what's up, pups? Paw Patrol, ready to fight me? Chort grinned. They all glare until they realize that she looked a lot younger. What's the matter? Do I look too young? Chort said. Chort, how are you so young? Misty asked. Well, thanks to my dad, my age has been cut in half, so I'm roughly 45. Now all of you are dead. The evil Dalmatian then hung up, as the Paw Patrol was still in shock. Change of plans. I'll get my old AK-47 that I've had this whole time, Misty said, going to fetch it. Wait, Mom, what are you? Marshall trailed off. My grandfather was abusive towards my mom, so she got an AK-47 and killed 10 dog years after she killed my grandma. She then passed it down to me when I came to visit her while my sister was at college. She then apologizes to Marshall for snapping at him like that. Wow, that's deep. I'm sorry, Misty, Everest said. Mom, I never knew, Marshall said. I wanted to tell you when you were older. Anyway, that crazy Dalmatian has pushed me further than I have ever been pushed in my entire life. Where's your gun? Chase asked. It's in my suitcase. I was going to use it as a last stand. Now I thought I'm going to have to use it as my first attack. So, do you want me to get one of the dummies? Sky asked. Yes, Sky, and I'll get my AK-47. Later at 8:30 p.m., Misty returns with her AK-47. Hang on, is that gun used in 1997 Hollywood Bank shootout? Gasket asked. No, my mom had modified it to be an automatic and have a drum with a 2,000 bullets. Oh, there's a dummy, Sky said. Sky then walks away as Misty gets in position and puts her eye on the glass porthole. She then starts shooting. The dummy is destroyed in seconds later. However, Misty accidentally shoots the wall until the gun overheats. Remember what I said about Marshall being able to shoot fireballs out of his paws? Yeah? Well, we have Misty's gun being overpowered, and I love it. Yes, you're right, and sorry about the wall. Wait, what was that about Marshall? Misty asked. Then the pups could tell that they got superpowers a while back, but they had lost them for a while. Meanwhile, Chort was around waiting. Well, tonight is going to be so much fun. There's only 3.5 hours left. Chort then gets in her car 2.5 hours later, and then she starts driving at the top speed of 245 kilometers per hour, cutting her journey from the time just 3 hours just to 1 hour. Meanwhile, the pups were all ready. Are you all ready for this final battle? Misty asked. Yes, Misty, said Chase. Yes, Sky added. Yes, Misty. Yes, Mom. I was born ready. Yes, Misty. And are you ready, my love? Yes, Rocky, Liberty replied. Yes, Misty, Zuma said. Yes, Misty, and Rubble's on the double, Rubble said. They all giggle until they heard an old car horn, and then it pulls up to reveal that it was none other than Chort in her vehicle. It was March 5th, 2017 at 12 a.m. Misty, Gasket, Chase, Marshall, and the others, they all looked at Chort's armored car for about 2 seconds. Get in your cars! I'll hold them off, Misty ordered. We'll take care of her, Gasket said. Every pup does so, and Misty starts off to firepower her AK-47. Gasket then uses her liquid hydrogen. Chort was too quick for them, and then drives by as they jumped away and started flinging all over again. The rest of the Paw Patrol also start to fire their weapons. You'll never defeat me, you stupid pups! Chort shouted. You will die, evil witch! Chase added. Aw, come on, just die already! Sky screamed. Chort then laughs as she forces her car to do a donut to avoid the fire. I'll kill you for hurting Everest and the killing Ryder, Marshall shouted. And I'll kill you for being me, you evil bitch, Everest added. Misty and Gasket cheered Marshall and Everest on as they too fire at Chort. She then begins firing back as the Paw Patrol goes on the defensive side. We have to continue fighting for her. Don't pull back, my love, Rocky said. We fight together, so we die together, my dear love, Liberty said. Then they kiss for 1 second and continue to fight Chort until she gets more and more aggressive. I hate all of you, and you really Zuma is a chocolate lab, so who in God's name thought it would be a good idea to work with this poison? Chort screamed. Chort then gets rammed by Zuma and Rubble as they blast with their MA-16s. You bitch, you dare call me poison? Zuma said. I used to fear you. Now I wanted to wring your neck, you psychopath, Rubble growled. That's it. You'll die just like your brother, Chort said. Rubbles gets confused but shakes it off, continues fighting like everyone else. About 3 hours later, everyone was out of bullets and fuel, so all of them had to step out of their cars, and Chort pulls out her dagger. Let's settle this like mutts, Chort growls. Oh, it's on, you evil bitch, Chase said. Yeah, you evil Dalmatian, Sky said. Chort's eyes then glow as her nostrils blow smoke on them. Yeah, and with my mom by my side, we'll get through this. Indeed, I have my sister with me too, so you could go home or die, Everest warned. Chort then twists the dagger in her paws as she's calculating what to do next. Despite what you've done to us, we are offering a chance for you to run away, Rocky stated. Yeah, you tell her, Rocky. And he's right. You're outnumbered. Plus, you're unharmed. So just go home and never come back to this bay. Chort then begins to lower her dagger as she's considering on leaving. Or is she? Yeah, look. I'll try and forget that comment you made about purebred family. My bro's death was all over the news, so you must have heard it. Misty, look, Chort. Just make the next ship home in 2 days and never come back. You are out of plans for this time, Chort, as the military are on their way. Chort then looks down, but then looks up with an angry glare on her face. Never! She then throws a dagger towards Marshall, but his mom pushes him out of the way as it stabs her. Mom! Marshall screams. Misty stared as she was caught by Marshall as she falls. Chort only laughs until the Paw Patrol leap at her before she gets her dagger back. Marshall, I don't have much time left, so please take care of your dad for me and... Misty coughed. She then coughs up blood as Marshall begins to cry in deep emotional pain. Misty then begins to say her last words to her beloved son. And I love you with my every pup very much. Even more than I loved myself. I didn't raise a hero, I raised a son. If I treat you like my son, you'll turn out to be a hero. Even if it's just in my own eyes. Even more than one time I gave birth. Such a mother like myself feels my greatest joy when I feel the others refer to as my son, a wise one. There was enduring tenderness within the love of a mother such as myself and my son that trumps all of my affection in his heart, Misty said. Misty then tells Marshall that she's always loved and believed in him. She passes away as Marshall begins to cry over until something snaps. Marshall then begins to shake violently, the sky darkening so much that everyone, even Chort, cursed their own fight to see what was happening. What's going on? Chort asked. You killed his mom! Chase screamed. I think Chort would want to silence him, but this is unexpected, Sky said. Chort then begins to put her tail between her legs for the first time since hearing about Cruella. She's scared. Lightning strikes the young Dalmatian as everyone, including Chort, gasp in horror. His coat had gone from black and white to white and black. Chort! I'll skin you alive, you evil witch! Chort has no time to react as a blur evil Marshall pins her to the car with such force that it snaps her in half. Marshall, no! Everest screams. He's not Marshall anymore, Gasket said. I think Chort has gone too far this time, Rocky said. I think we should all run, Liberty said. Yeah, good idea, Zuma said. I'm not fucking dying today, Rubble said. All the pups then took cover on their automobiles as evil Marshall continues to brutally kill Chort. No, please, I can change Marshall, please! Evil Marshall then dislocates her jaw as it hangs like a rock on a thin string. Chort was then lifted into the air as her limbs began to hug themselves, but in the opposite directions of her joints, breaking all of her bones. She then begins to implode. She screams for him to stop, wishing for him to stop. He lets out a godly roar. Chort then turns to dust, and as she does, Marshall returns to normal as he collapsed to the ground unconscious. He'll be just fine though.